Alright, it's been a minute, so it's time for a whole new YouTube video. Today's project, we're going to build on something that worked last year. What did we do last year? Container gardening. What did it look like? Like butt. Let me show you.
I call this the box of death. I grew lots of peppers in it. First freeze, they all died because it wasn't self-containing or anything. But this year, we're going to do better. We're going to make bigger on a larger scale.
And since it did work small, lo and behold, what do we have? Barrels. Lots of barrels.
Plenty o' barrels.
Plenty o' barrel, I am told. So what shall we do with them? We're going to cut the crap out of them. Watch. Literally, we're going to take these guys and incorporate them with these 5-gallon buckets.
Cute ones.
And we're going to make a little self-contained gardening system that should be pretty simple to do, operate, and use. So let's start by moving the barrels into a little more user-friendly location. So now we're going to cut the barrels in half. To cut the barrels in half, easiest way to get a straight line, a level, and a board. We're going to set them up next to it, and we're going to make our lines so that way we don't have our barrels facing 5 degrees of ugly. Alright, bam, straight line. Now, to make sure that we're cutting the other side straight across so that we're not wide or skinny or what have you, take my level, set it right here. Since things are round or fattest on the other side, you're going to run this back and forth until we find the part where it sticks out the farthest, and we're going to make a little mark on it. Simple as that right there. Alright, so now let's slice some of these guys in half. Step 1, built a little stand so that way it wouldn't roll away as I was doing this, because believe me, it's hard enough to control and cut. So I took the control, built the little cinder block deals. Now it's time for the command. Flip it over, do it again. Going across the top. And then across the bottom. Alright, so now you see how we do them half one way. Now here's a way to do them half the other way, because obviously we need a stand to put them on. So let's try this method.
And now we're going to put holes in the bottom of it to prevent it from filling up with water.
Now to make the template to put the tops into the bottom, we're just going to take a piece of cardboard, ye old magic marker, sheer rocket science this is, low tech, cheap, but it works. Behold, the template. What we did, I took and, let's see, trying to video and everything, folded it, cut it, and then folded it down again to make a couple of marks on the barrel as such. Once you cut those marks out, then we have a place to put the barrel. Let me show you how that works.
I've never done this.
Go ahead.
I've never done this.
Alright, and so what we have is a simple water or dirt catchment system, a way to set the barrel right on top of that. Now you wonder if they're strong and if they'll hold enough dirt. Well, I built another one here, and behold, it holds this guy, no problem. So it should be able to hold some tomatoes. Yep, there's our guest appearance by Sparta, just like every time. And, ta-da! Doesn't look like much right now, because there's no dirt, no irrigation, but that's the rough end on it. So just thought you'd like to kind of see what you get into. And now the filling begins. And what do we fill it with? Wonderful, wonderful alpaca poo. How do we keep it put when it rains? Simple.
We take window screen, we cut it out, and then we just fold it in half over where the plug goes and tape it, and the dirt will hold it, but let water run through so they don't flood the plants, but it also holds water to water them.
Just like so. A little bit of tape to hold it in place so it doesn't shift, and a whole lot of dirt to grow the goodies in. And now that they're all nice and full of dirt, time to turn to water. How? 5-gallon bucket. Simply put, get a little 5-gallon bucket, drill a hole, and check out that awesome little manifold. Why? Because we're going to have 2 watering things. Now, I've got the first one kind of roughed in. Like you see, nothing too hard. Now it's time to build the second one. Alright, so to put this thing together, I'm actually going to dry fit all this stuff. I'm not going to glue any of it, so that way if I need to take it apart later, no problem. And it's not exactly rocket science. These are pretty tight on their own, and since we're not going to have any pressure to this system other than just 3 foot, 2 foot of water, this shouldn't give us a problem. Just shove the things on the end, repeat, here and here, work our way back up to the other end, and then the next part, holes, lots of holes. Now cutting PVC is pretty simple. This guy right here, no sawing, no nothing. Just set it where you want to cut it, squeeze it a couple times, and boop, cuts it, nice clean end, no deburring, no nothing. Highly recommended tool, especially PVC cutting. Maybe branches, I don't know. But at least PVC, that's what they sell it for. And then to hook it up to this, little adapter, a couple of T's. Everything fits in nice and pretty. Notice no professional editing. You're seeing this live, well not live, but real time. When I screw up, you know it. But you got your manifolds here. So because they're not glued, you can adjust them. I'm going to take clear pipe and run it from here to here and vice versa. And that way everything feeds down, and I'm using the power of gravity. It's simple, cheap, and inexpensive. You should try it. Now it's time to make our pipes religious, because they need to be holy. What I've done is I've marked each part like between the barrels, so that way I don't drill a hole there. And then what I'm going to do in each barrel, I'm going to put 3 holes in it for the water to drip out of. Just enough to keep it wet and spread it around, not so much that it just floods the whole thing out. Alright, now the bit we're using for the holes is a 3/32. Little bitty guy. Again, I'm not worried about trying to do it all at once. I want it to ease into the bed, let it soak in, and make sure everybody gets happy and moist and wet and comfortable, and life is good, at least for a plant. And to get the water from the bucket down, I've just got simple, clear, volley, vinyl, I don't know, cheapest stuff they had at Home Depot. Oh, brand name, product placement. Cheapest stuff they had at the store to get it to go. It'll work. All you got to do, slide it over. Get on there. Now, just like so many other things in life, just add water. Let's see what happens. This is the tough part. Everything is spraying up right now because I kind of wanted you guys to see what it would look like and how it would work. Once this water runs out right here, I'm going to flip it over so that way it goes directly into the bed. Although, this is kind of a nice little water feature. Maybe I'll keep it. Y'all tell me. Y'all ain't going to believe this, but I'm as happy to see that thing spray as maybe you thought it was cool. I don't know. But the next step, water barrel. Leaves, trees, bushes. The occasional big old bug. How do you keep them out? Product placement. Gamma lid. That's right. It's got a ring. You pop it off. It would pop on, but of course I'm trying to do it on a video and it just wants to be a pain in the butt. Alright, we'll do this in a second. 2 pry bars, a little bit of the backhoe action, and a kick down the mountain. That sucker's on there. Don't ever try to take it off. Lid. Ooh, really tricky. You set it on. Ta-da! That's it. I tested it so I knew I wouldn't screw this part up. Lid fits on there. Simple, easy. This is also waterproof, airproof, blah, blah, blah. If you need to put something out here and keep it dry, Pretty handy stuff. They come in a bunch of colors too. No, I'm not getting paid jack for advertising. I just think these things are really flippin' cool. So there you go. A couple of above ground pods, neat way to water, neat way to keep it simple. Make your own. Take what I did, make it better. I saw somebody else who did this. I stole their idea. You steal my idea. It's free. It's the internet. That's what it's there for. Thievery. Cloud Kicker out.